Hi guys, how are you doing? Okay, so today's reading is a cool one. I'm looking forward to this one. I like them all, but I really am looking forward to this one. So, how do you recognize your future husband or wife? It's okay guys, don't like run your whole life on a set of 5 cards or whatever, but it is a bit of fun. But I think some of you are going to find that it is quite telling. So please take your time to decide which group of cards you would like. Just a quick warning, I am reading this entirely intuitively, so I might give meanings for the cards which are not the written meanings in the book or aren't what you would expect, okay? So just be aware of that. Also, please like and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who is liking and subscribing and watching. I love you all, and welcome to anyone new. Okay, so let's get on with it. So please pause the video if you want to make your choice, if you haven't done already. Here we go. So, hi number ones, how are you going to recognize your future husband or wife? Okay, so we've got these 2 oracle cards here, so I'll pop those down near the bottom. And then I'll put these at the top, okay? Okay, so how will you recognize this person? I'm just taking it in, guys, just bear with me. Okay, this person is a team player, okay? This person is very good at working collaboratively. This person, you know, I'm seeing also this person is quite social. They could be quite extroverted. They like working with other people. They like coming together with other people. It may be that you work well with them. I'm also seeing that you may actually physically work with them. As in, you know, you work in the same company or in the same place, or there may be some connection with work. You'll recognize this person because they're really balanced, you know, and they've put the effort in with this spiritual growth. They haven't necessarily always been naturally balanced, but they really are very mindful of their emotions and balancing their emotions, and they're kind of really into that. They don't have to be spiritual in the sort of obvious sense, but that they are spiritual in some of these people will actually be very spiritually aware. They'll have done the work on themselves, then they'll be aware of their spiritual aspect. Some people, it's just that they're kind of, they know that by, you know, that they need to sleep right and eat right and take care of themselves, and they're kind of very connected with what keeps them emotionally and mentally, physically, spiritually balanced and healthy, okay? But they're very balanced people, and they work on being balanced, okay? The reason I say that I don't think they've always been like this, we've got this death card, this ending and a new beginning. I feel like this person has kind of worked at this balance and this spiritual growth. They may well have been through like a mini death, you know, like a spiritual awakening. But they've been through something and they've transformed themselves. Okay, they've transformed themselves spiritually and literally. But like I say, they don't have to be a spiritual person. And this card is them. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. This is a person who is extremely optimistic, you know, and they've learned that. It's not a Pollyanna optimism. It's that they've learned that being balanced, growing spiritually, and being optimistic and having that like collaborative, open, loving energy is what gets them happiness in life and what gets them what they want in life. So this person is balanced, they're optimistic, they've done the work, they've been through something difficult, they've transformed themselves, and you can really see this person because they're a real bright light and they're very collaborative, they're quite extroverted. Yeah, so I hope that gives you a bit of a picture of this person. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Whoa. Thank you so much for being here, number ones. And please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reading. So much love to you. I'm trying to tidy my cards away at the same time, and I've left them all in a big pile, which isn't helpful. Right, okay, here we go. I'm trying to be a lot neater when I'm doing my readings. Whether it'll work out, who knows? Hi, number twos. Right, so how are you going to recognise your future husband or wife? Okay, so we've got Golden Path. We've got Tranquility as the 2 oracle cards. Then we've got King of Wands. Oh, they came out this way. Sorry, it's this way. Right, okay. So this has actually got some similarities to number 1. Okay, so if you were a bit unsure whether to pick number 1 or number 2, there you are. So this person has been through some real difficulty. Okay, 5 of Coins, transformation. So this is 5, so transformation, change, etc. 5 of Coins is really feeling out in the cold, of having, feeling like you can't quite get what you need, what you want, being out there on your own. It can be about, they're saying that some of them were actually, you know, cast out of their friendship group, family. You know, this can be really hard. You know, for some of them, they've had a lot of anguish and a lot of difficulty, but it was almost like a pilgrimage for them. You know, and they learned how to be strong, how to look for the right people in their lives. You know, it was a really, has been taken as a transformation, as a real learning experience. And they went from the 5 of Coins to the 6 of Wands. This is a fabulous card. This is victory. This is triumph over a battle. You know, this is riding back from the battle, knowing that you've won, knowing that you've come a long way, you know. So this person went from being absolutely at rock bottom to victorious to the King of Wands. So this guy or girl is really stable. They're inspired. They come from their soul. They know what it's like to be out there destitute. Literally, metaphorically, whatever. They know how this feels. And this is the story of your person. But they triumphed. They had to fight. You know, this is someone coming back from battle. They had to fight, but they got there. They're not bitter. They're not detached and cold. They're not the negative connotation of the King of Swords. Not that the King of Swords is cold and whatever, before anyone tells me off. But that can be a negative connotation. But they're not. They're in their soul. They're inspired. You know, so this person has been inspired by the pilgrimage of this difficulty and how they fought through. So this person's got really taken this situation that they came through in their life in a really positive way. They're stable. They've got a lot to offer. They're very inspiring. You know, they're not just inspired, they're inspiring. They're confident. They're very strong internally. You know, and you're going to see them as this golden path. They're going to light up for you. They're going to be like this shining, bright light. And you're going to feel so drawn to them. And that's how you will know. Because they may have been through it, but they will seem so stable, so strong, so inspiring. And you will just feel magnetized to them. So that's how you'll recognize them, because you'll feel so magnetized to them. But it won't be in an overexcited, up in your head, jittery way. It will feel so stable, so tranquil. You know, it will feel like inspiring, but in a really stable and beautiful way. And it's really this golden path that will allow you to know. So if there is any sort of ambivalence, or you know, you're not sure, then maybe that's not the right person for you, because your future husband or wife or life partner doesn't have to be, you know, if you don't go in for the whole marriage thing, that's fine. But your life partner will really light up, and you will feel absolutely like there is no doubt in your mind. You will feel completely drawn to them, but not in an overexcited, dysfunctional way, not in a desperate, clingy way, but in this really, like, I'm seeing it almost like slow moving, stable, tranquil way. Okay, number twos, thank you so much for being here. See you on tomorrow's reading, hopefully. If you come back, please come back. Right, guys. Hi, number threes, how are you doing? Just let me have a drink. Okay, so how are you going to recognize your future husband or wife? So, right, they came out in this order. Let's get the order right. The order right is very important because these 5 cards, this is kind of coming up like their story and then how to recognize them as additional information here. So we've got the Magician, the 2 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, the Mystic, and soulmate relationship. Okay, so how will you recognize this person? Okay, this is very interesting. I feel with this saying soulmate relationship, this could easily be a higher level soulmate or a twin flame situation. Because we've got the Mystic, you know, which is almost a bit high priestessy. We've got the 3rd eye here. It's very like mystical, magical. Soulmate relationship, obviously. We've got the Magician, who is like the ultimate manifester. But I also feel like there's quite a lot of... It's not a straightforward reading, this number 3. Because what I saw as soon as I turned this Magician card over is the sort of quote-unquote negative aspect of the Magician. So the Magician can be a bit of a trickster, you know, because obviously the Magician can deceive you and trick you with their tricks, obviously. You know, they are the ultimate manifester, but they can also be a bit cunning, be a bit of a trickster. A smooth talker, someone who is very charming, you know, who can really do the sleight of hand. So it is possible that your future partner has actually, to some extent, in some way or other, kind of been that person to you. You feel like they've maybe tricked you, or they've, you know, it's not been a straightforward relationship. You know, so that's why it makes me think that this could be like a twin flame type energy. It can also be a karmic energy, because don't forget that just because we maybe are looking for the absolute best for ourselves, it doesn't mean we don't, some of us don't end up marrying or having a long-term partnership with someone who is maybe not ideal for us. He's maybe a bit of a trickster. He's maybe going to cause us some issues. So don't forget though that you can, this is only a current energy, and it is a general energy, and it is a fun reading, okay? But what I'm saying is that if you feel like you are heading into a long-term relationship with someone who you feel you can't completely trust, is a bit of a trickster, they may be extremely charming, but you don't feel like you'll ever completely trust them, you can change that, because this is the current path you're on, but you don't have to stay on this path. You are free to change and free to tune into anything anytime you like. That said, I don't actually feel like, for most of you watching, that it is that you're in a karmic situation. I feel that it's just, you know, this person kind of, before they transformed, was a bit of a trickster. You know, maybe was very charming, maybe gave you the runaround a little bit. However, you know, and then, so from the majority of you, it's like, you know, he was a bit of a charmer, she was a bit of a charmer. You didn't quite know where you were, or you don't quite know where you are. Or when you meet them, they present as this. Then they go through this period of like uncertainty. What do they want? Not knowing, feeling a little bit unsure about which way to go, having to make a choice. Maybe having to make a choice between you and someone else, or you and another situation. You know, it's that you provide one of 2 options for them, or, you know, 2 different ways of living or whatever. But that they make this journey and that you are in the boat with them. One of you is you, one of you is them, if that makes sense. So, and this can also be the 6 of Swords, about having to travel. So this may be someone who lives in a different country, in a different place. You may have to travel to be with them. They may have to travel to be with you. But there's this sense that you move, or they move, in order to be with you. And the reason I feel like this is somewhat twin flamey is because the 6 of Swords kind of represents moving from darkness into light, moving on from emotional troubles, you know, and moving into a period of healing. So you kind of brought this kind of like trickster to a situation where he or she was like, okay, now it's time to make a choice. Now it's time to make a change, you know? This person, though, with the Magician and the Mystic, this person has got like a very deep and mystical, magical quality about them. They can be extremely attractive, extremely alluring. I feel like you will feel connected on a very energetic level. But the thing is that they, for the majority of you, they will be that sort of higher level soulmate or a twin flame type relationship that's really got a strong, positive, energetic quality to it. But it won't necessarily be plain sailing, you know? It may start feeling like all the things we just discussed, okay? So, yeah, like I said, it's not quite as straightforward, number threes, you know, because this person will feel right, you'll feel that connection, they'll be very enticing, but then you may find that they, you know, I don't want to say trick you, but you know, like, it's not easy with them. They may be a little bit charming, but maybe not. I'm almost feeling a little bit flaky, and then when they get this like, well, I don't really know what I want, you know, this only compounds. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't really know, what am I going to do? But they do choose you, and it causes them to heal. And that's all that sort of like that twin flame journey, you know, of like, they go into healing, they come together, they make that journey, metaphorical journey to be with you. And for some of you, it is going to involve moving, because often twin flames are a distance as well, so you'll have to move to come together. But yeah, this person, it's going to feel very magical, very mystical, and you are going to get a strong sense that there's an energetic connection here. Okay guys, thank you, number threes. See you on tomorrow's reading, hopefully. Please like and subscribe. Okay. Hi, number fours, how are you doing? So how will you recognize your future husband or wife? Okay. Your future husband or wife is a real cutie. This person comes across as sweet, as kind, as really in touch with their inner child, as nurturing, as it's got a very strong feminine energy. I think for some people this will definitely be a woman. It can be a man though. But it's got that strong, maternal, nurturing, caring. This person is a really caring person. When I say they're really cute and they're really connected to their inner child, I don't mean they're immature. Not at all. I also feel they're very confident, strong, very capable of leading. You know, the Empress is, for me, the divine feminine. She's a queen, look. You know, so... But this person is playful and joyful and optimistic and loving and kind. You know, and you will know this person because they just have this light around them. They just light up. And they're so sweet and they're so kind and they're so loving and they're so nurturing and they want to care for you. And they want to care for everyone around them. They've got this real... Yeah, just this real cute sweetness around them. They're always smiling. They really light up wherever they are. You know, they're very grounded. They're very down to earth. They're very earthy. They're very, very maternal. But they're also very strong. They're protective, you know. So this is the way you will see this person, you know. And you will be in no uncertain terms about this person. You know, they're really... They don't hide their light either. They're just who they are, and they're very honest and they're very real. You know, they're very real. They're very open, in many ways. Okay, on the surface they think they're always smiling. They're so warm. They're so generous. They're so kind. However, underneath, they've got a lot of fear. You know, so they're very vulnerable. You know, they've got a vulnerable quality to them underneath it. They very easily get caught up in their own fears and their own worries. And because of that, they kind of can't connect to the abundance that they really deserve, because this is what they deserve. They deserve this 9 of coins, this abundance, you know, good things coming to them. And it's not that they have bad things coming to them or bad things happening to them. I'm just saying, you know, there's a delay. You look at this person, they're so beautiful, they're so open, they're so loving. You think, well, they should have the whole world falling at their feet. but they don't, because they're bound up in their own worries, and that kind of like acts as almost like a repellent for the positive things coming into their life. And I do feel like you're going to help to turn this around, okay? Because they have so much to offer, but they just need your support. They need your love and support in order to turn this around so that they can receive the abundance they really want. Because these fears, the Eight of Swords, it's all in their head. It's just insecurity. It's just uncertainty. They just need your stability. They just need you to love and understand them, okay? So that's the little story of them. How will you know? How will you know? Because there will be synchronicities all around this person. When you meet them, when you're around them, it will be all over the place. You will see the numbers, the letters, the songs will play, the things will happen, they will say certain things, all of that good stuff. So the card says your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So you will know, because you will get synchronicities all over. Not only will you recognize their personality, but you will also get absolutely no doubt in your mind whatsoever, because you'll have synchronicities all over the place. Okay guys, thank you number 4s. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I will hopefully see you on tomorrow's reading. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like your own reading, please look in the description box below.